Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown. I am back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And we're going to try another single variety, Dabinett. So we've had recently this one, the Red Shrews from Artist Straw. We've had the Holy Water from Joe Healy up on Exmoor, Nettlecombe Estate in Somerset. And today we have something from Herefordshire, and it's been in a barrel, and it's from Ross-on-Wye, and it's another single variety Dabinett. There you go, SV cider, single variety cider, oak cask fermented, and I suggest that means this is going to have. In fact, as I was about to say it, I glimpsed it on here, so I'm not going to say it. I'll read the label and then. Dabinett is the favourite apple of many a cider maker, and certainly one of ours. A vibrant, bittersweet apple that is bursting with both orange and nectarine fruit flavours, as well as a complex array of tannins. This bottle is a combination of an American oak cask and a Scottish oak cask, with the influence from barrel fermentation beautifully expanding and lengthening the flavour. The choice of a discerning cider drinker, 8.4%. So that whiskey barrel is going to have bumped up that ABV, absolutely. Pressed November 2019, so 3 years, almost 3 years since this was pressed. Bottled March 2022, batch E45. Ingredients: fermented Dabinett apple juice, trace sulfites, and I suppose that I think they add sulfites at the very, very beginning, very small amounts, just to inhibit any sort of unwanted microbial action. But the wild yeast are tough; they don't mind a little bit of sulfite, so they can do their job. Whereas the stuff that you don't want tends to be a bit more weak and feeble, and the sulfites will just inhibit them, so they won't do anything nasty to your cider, or unwanted rather, let's say. So what's interesting about this is, does that mean it's been in a barrel that's had bourbon and a whiskey in, or they've separated it and put one in a whiskey barrel and one in a bourbon barrel? That's a rhetorical question, as in it's an open question. I don't know the answer to it. I'm sure Albert will let me know. But yeah, and how much influence will it impose onto this? Will it be too much? We had the Harry Masters jersey recently, and that was just on the edge of what I liked. It was okay. You know, you still got the apple, but the bourbon was, I wouldn't have wanted any more bourbon. On the nose, I got more bourbon than anything else. I couldn't detect. But on the palate, it was a bit more imbalanced. The rum cask, the rum cask stuff, where is it? Flipping heck. Oh, we got any knocking about? The rum cask conditioned one from them. It's got like a pina colada thing going on. I really like that. I really liked it. Herefordshire meets the Caribbean. I mean, yeah, all right. On paper, no. In reality, yes, please. It was great. So, let's open up this sucker and see what we got. Pop. So there you go. It's fizzy. Dosed with 5 grams of sugar per litre, as I say every single time. They used to do 10 grams per litre, but Albert went back to the farm to start making cider with his dad, Mike. I think they felt that maybe it was a bit too fizzy, so they halved it from 10 grams per litre to 5 grams per litre. And I think that was a good idea, because you still get some decent fizz in these things, but too much fizz just masks flavour, it makes it gassy. It's not great. You don't want to mask flavour when you're putting this much effort into making something delicious. I mean, why would you do that? I don't know. Where's my thingamajig? Here it is. So colour. It is, it's just got into amber from a deep gold. It's quite bright actually. Yeah, a little bit of haze. It's unfiltered, but it's pretty bright. It's quite a pretty looking thing actually. Nice. Somewhere between marmalade and honey. Runny honey. Let's smell it. Let's see how much booze we're going to get on the nose. Yeah. I'm getting more Scotch whiskey on the nose. Hints of peat. Not Pete the bloke. Pete as in Pete, you know. Pete. P-E-A-T. Yeah, on the nose, not so much bourbon, much more Scottish, I got to say. Let me just read that again, see if it's... This bottle is a combination of an American oak cask and a Scottish oak cask. Sounds to me like it's 2 casks, basically. There's legs on this as well. 8.4%, you can see that, and the viscosity, the legs coming down the side of the glass. Let's taste it and see how much whiskey we get and how much cider we get. Okay. I'm getting an orange character. It said orange and nectarine. Orange is something I'm getting a lot, I have to say, from Dabinett. Nectarine's a flavour note I get a lot in a lot of ciders as well. I really do. And often it's like nectarine, but also sometimes like sucking on the stone out of a nectarine or a stone fruit, you know, which hasn't got any sugar in it. And I tend to say nectarine because they're dry, a bit more sour, and that's a characteristic I tend to get. I'm getting orange off this. I do get that nectarine stone thing as well. That is actually, hang on. Bubbles are as much as I'd like, but they're fine in every sense. That's delicious. Yeah. The whiskey, that orange character, I'm getting more orange in whiskey than I'm getting apple, actually. It's really interesting. And Dabinett can have quite forthright tannins. There is some astringency, a little bit on the front, not too much, but it's 3 years old, this, so you think that would have softened. Getting hints of leathery, sort of hard tannin on the back. But that is a pretty darn good. What's the as a classic cocktail that has some sort of, it's like whiskey and some sort of orange thing in it or something. I can't remember what it is now off the top of my head. I drink too fast. Like I drink cocktails the same speed I drink cider or beer, which is quite fast. So it doesn't last me very long. It costs me a bomb and I get incredibly drunk. So I can't actually remember what half the cocktails are that I've ever drunk. Yeah. Yeah. That is good. That is good. I really like it. That whiskey orange thing is a great combination. I'm not getting a lot of bourbon, which I don't mind. I find bourbon a little bit sickly. I find it a little bit sickly sweet, cloying. I struggle with it a bit more than I do with like Scotch whiskey or Irish whiskey. But this, that nectarine orange thing in the middle is the most obvious component to this drink, and it's really nice. That is really nice. I like it a lot. How much did I get of this? Not enough. I need more of this in my life. This is good. I'll tell you what, at 8.4, it's dangerous. But it has got enough going on that you can sip it. It's not something you can just chug, but you still take it pretty fast for something that's 8.4%. But I have to say, that is a cracking barrel-aged cider. I really like it. It's yeah, the nose is. I'm getting hints of bourbon on the nose now as well, but that peatiness is still pretty obvious. Yeah. Yeah, we like. That is an excellent barrel-aged cider, 8.4%. Batch E45, and you've got to know the batches because every batch is different. I'll just get a Dabinett from Ross-on-Wye. If it's not this particular batch, and this is what you're after, you've got to get this batch, right? Because look, what have we got knocking about? Oh, nothing. I haven't got any of the Dabinett knocking about. Have I? Maybe I do actually. I might be lying. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Just stay where you are, for Christ's sake. Hang on. B square. There you go. Look, this is a new release from them as well. It is totally different to this release. This is batch E47. So don't confuse E47 with E45. Because this one is going to be nothing like this one. And I don't think I've tried this one yet. Maybe we should do this one next. Do another dab at it. Just see how it compares. Anyway, that's by the by. That, my friends, is a super, super barrel-aged cider. I like it very much indeed. That orange character is very much present on my palate still. We like. Nice one, Albert. Nice one, Mike. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me in my cider shed. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.